some bee balm that I picked yesterday evening in the garden, and I haven't had a chance to get to it until this evening. So they're kind of wilty, but that's okay because I'm drying them in our dehydrator here. And but I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the difference between tisane and tea. So the main difference is that tisane doesn't have caffeine in it. It comes from the plant, right? So the leaf or the flower, like rose hips or rose petals. There's bark, so like cinnamon, root, which would be ginger or different root plants that you would use, and then fruits and berries, which are fruits and berries, so dried oranges or blueberries or blackberries or anything like that you want to put in your tea, and then seed or spice, so like cardamom or fennel. What tisane doesn't have is it doesn't have Camellia sinensis, and what that is that's where black tea, green tea, oolong teas all come from that plant, and that's the caffeine portion of it. So a true herb tea would have that plant in it, whereas tisane does not have it in it, and that's what we're making. So I made some the other morning instead of my regular coffee, and it was amazing. I did lemon bee balm and a little bit of honey, some raw honey, and some of our mint, and I think it was peppermint that I used in it, and just steeped it under boiling water for about 10 minutes, and it was really very, very tasty. There's many benefits to bee balm, from memory to calming. It doesn't have the rush like a caffeine does, but it can help pick up your energy as well. You do have to be careful with it if you have any heart palpitations or anything like that, but with anything, with any herb, you want to research it before you start adding it to a tisane. So like I say, I'm just pulling the leaves off and drying. I have 2 of these dryers, and we'll put the name of them because they're not on the trays in the comments. I love them. They're quiet, but they do the job. And so for the tea, I'm drying it. I've got a timer on for about 5 hours, but I'm drying it on the lowest temperature because I don't want to make it too hot and too crisp. I've got rose petals on there, as well as some of the mint and spearmint leaves on there. Tonight I'll be putting on, we did lemon balm as well as regular bee balm, some sage, and then there's some more mint that we picked in the garden last night. So that's that. I do want to say thank you for joining us here at the Bountiful Farmhouse, and we always say, if you like what you see, please subscribe. Would love to have your comments, ways that we can improve what we're doing well. What would you like to see? What would you like to learn? This is a process for all of us as we're gardening urban style, and so I just would really like to hear what you have to say. So thanks for joining us.